Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, Assured Partners, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, Eye Care Associates, Hy-Vee Marshalltown, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, Marshalltown School District, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, Sports Plus, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders.
Welcome into the Roundhouse. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Doze alongside me. A non-conference night in the Roundhouse as the Jayhawks from Cedar Rapids, Jefferson welcome in. We welcome back vacationing Disney Doze to our broadcast. All right, last week the Marshalltown boys basketball team went 1-1. Nice win over Waterloo East by 11. Lost by 2 on Thursday night to 5th-ranked Ames. What's kind of your assessment of this boys team playing the second-best defense right now in the state of Iowa?
Defensive side of the basketball, they are locked in. It was really fun. Was able to watch the Council Bluffs game from behind the bench, and just to see how locked in they are defensively at every level, from coaching it up on the sideline to just the effort out there. This is the most on-a-string defensive team Marshalltown has had for years, and everybody's bought into it. Defensive side has not been an issue all of this year. It comes down sometimes on the offensive end where Marshalltown is inconsistent that has hurt us.
And really, the only inconsistency is free throw shooting. They went 1 of 5 at Ames. And that was the difference in the ball game there in the second half. They went 1 of 5. It's been free throw shooting that's been mainly the biggest problem. I've thought, a lot of good selective shooting night in and night out. Rebounding has been pretty good. They're top 20 in the state. But it's just those fine little details right now. If they can get figured out in their last 11 games here, they're going to do really good things in postseason play.
And we'll talk a little bit about it later, but I would like to add a line, not just the free throw line, but that three-point line. In victories, Marshalltown is shooting it extremely well from behind the three-point line as well. In wins, they're shooting it at 45% behind the three-point line. In losses, they're shooting a mere 20%. And then you go to the line where even those losses, that Southeast Polk game opened up, but that was all fourth quarter when we couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. And it comes down to those small things. It comes down to those free throws. The difference between a hard-fought loss against number 5 and a win against number 5 happened right at that free throw line.
Yeah, and of course we're locked into the girls game. We're going to bring you some bonus coverage of that one, but the girls 7-3 coming into the night, going to drop to 7-4 as Cedar Rapids Jefferson has just kind of taken it to them. And Bobcats after the Christmas break just do not look like the same team. They've obviously had a little bit of some health concerns, a little bit of sickness going around the program, but some ladies being asked to do some other things maybe outside of what they're typically supposed to do, but still a sign of a good basketball team is stepping up in those key roles when you need to, and right now just not seeing that production. Yeah,
it really, and you never want it to be an effort thing. You never want it to be based on, do you see the energy level? And no Millie Heitman tonight, and that's a really big one. She's a Swiss Army knife. But there's no juice here tonight, and Cedar Rapids Jefferson's brought all of the juice, and they've really just caused the Bobcats to pack it in. Interested to see what Coach Murphy says at halftime of the guys' game, really. How do you pull the nose up after a great start and then finding yourself on the wrong end of some pretty big blowouts?
Well, it's a big week for both squads. They take on Cedar Rapids Jefferson tonight. then at Des Moines North, and then they welcome in on the girls and boys side a very tough Roosevelt squad.
Yeah, Roosevelt is the diamond of the Des Moines public school system. They've got kids all over the place, guys and girls, that they're going to come in. They're going to bring strength. They're going to hit you in the mouth. They've got athleticism. Both sides, it's going to come down to, can you take the punch to the jaw, get up off the ground and compete? What we saw last week is the guys are ready for it, hoping that the girls can get there.
When we come back to the start of the fourth quarter for girls basketball, we'll have bonus coverage for you right here on News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and on KFJB-TV.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Back inside the Roundhouse on KFJB-TV. Brayna Lewis, Dylan Dose alongside me. Bonus coverage of the girls' game right now here tonight. 52-21, 7 minutes to go in the girls' game. Jefferson working it into the front courts. Good stop and pop turnaround move. And the Jayhawks will convert as Addison Louvain, the junior, will knock that one down.
You see Brummel out there, Kennedy Brummel, getting some run here. She was not available in that first semester. Has brought quite a bit of energy tonight, you can tell. She's still playing herself into the rotation, but that's been the issue right there, is the backcourt play has not been strong with the basketball and allowing tons of opportunities. This one to about 4'7", 4'8" guard for Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Just want more. They just want it more, which is tough.
Yeah. Bobcats turned it over 35 times against Ames on Thursday night, as you take a look at the last bucket made by Frankie Long. And here tonight, already over 25 turnovers against Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Just not winning basketball. It seems like, once you get over 12 turnovers a game averaging, maybe a little bit higher on the girls' side at about 15, but once you get over that mark, it is just almost unwinnable to win some tight games, as you see Frankie Long, who's averaging 9 points per game, dives in on the left block and puts it off the glass. She is fouled, going to go to the line for the and one here, where she's been shooting just 45% at the free throw stripe. That's also been a little bit of an issue this year, too, for the girls, is the free throw shooting. As a team, just 49%. And when you get in those tight games, as Frankie's up the front of the iron, no good, that's where you really make the difference.
Yeah, there just is not enough margin. If we're blowing out teams by 30 and then, you go 50% from the line, that's not what it's going to be from here on out. Yeah, we get Des Moines East again. Des Moines North's not going to be, as you see, a big three there. One, and you can't be late out to shooters. Tomorrow night might be one that the girls can have a little bit of that up and down play and win, but Friday night, that's one you've got to be locked in at all levels, and you've got to shoot the ball well from all three levels, and you've got to defend it from all three levels. Right now, Cats aren't doing that.
Tiana Howell made that last three for the Jayhawks to make it 57-23. The Bobcats in a big hole here by big margin. 5-game losing streak for the Jayhawks. They're going to bring that into an end, and the Bobcats are going to be on a 3-game losing streak after this one. A block on the drive by Mara Johnson on the right side. So here comes the Jayhawks, and another bucket. We'll have a running clock, and we won't have it right there. An air ball 3 from the far side by Howell again. It is off of the Bobcats, so it'll stay with the Jayhawks with 5:13 to go.
Give a shout out to number one, Louvain, right there. She for the Jefferson Jayhawks. She got a pick by Frankie Long. Frankie Long obliterated her on the pick, but Luvon's the first one up off the deck and down the floor.
Runner by Ulrich is no good, and the rebound for the Bobcats brought in is up the near side is Morgan Hildebrand, right wing, drives back to the top, flips it to Amara Johnson, who gets it over to Bowie, right wing, who drops it into Frankie Long. And they'll reverse the basketball to the far side.
She's just got to shoot it.
Yeah, Hildebrand looks back towards the middle of the paint, and Bowie is cutting. She puts up a shot. It's no good. A foul is committed on Cedar Rapids Jefferson, and that will send Bowie to the free throw line. Second foul tonight on Tiana Howell. Bowie heading to the line. So far this year, just 38% from the free throw stripe, and not a lot of confidence in that shot right there. He's only shooting it at 12% from behind three-point territory. Morgan Hildebrand in a funk. She's been making a few more buckets, but still only 13% from long distance.
And you look at that a little bit, and why I said shoot it is because Morgan was wide open on that three-point line as Kinsley makes the second free throw. You've got to knock down that shot. Even if you've missed a couple, you cannot stop shooting it, because what she did instead was dribble to get into the lane into a convoluted area. Was able to drop it off for Kinsley to go to the line, but from your shooter, and Morgan Hildebrand, you want her, if you get it open in the corner, that's your shot. You have to shoot it.
Kamira Atwood-Hayes at the free throw line, is 63% free throw shooter on the season, knocks down the first. 4:40 to go here in the fourth quarter. Of course, Bobcats back in Iowa Lions Conference play, a little north versus south tomorrow night, with the Polar Bears on the road. Second one's good, 59-24. And a 35-point lead, so we'll have a running clock for the remainder of the girls' game. Mara Johnson lost it. It was poked away, goes into the backcourt, gathers it back in.
Do you think the North Polar Bears have a deal with Coca-Cola, or do you think they're a Pepsi-Cola
I
school?
don't believe so.
I think it'd be great.
Bobcats will inbound from the student section. And just thrown away. Hildebrand was looking inside to Frankie Long. It was just forced. And all the way, they'll go down the court. Runners no good by Westerfield. And Bobcats try to touch it and save it from out of bounds, but cannot do so. And it will be on the baseline with the Bobcats. Or, excuse me, the Jayhawks. Is this your Coke?
It is not my Coke.
Whose is it?
I don't drink soda. I'm a non-soda guy. Just take a sip of it. It won't be bad.
I gave up pop in 04, Dylan.
I gave it up in what would have been 2013.
Wow, it's a good run for you.
I might get a Fresca every great once in a while.
Foul inside here on Jefferson with 3 minutes to go. And that is their third team fouls, non-shooting fouls, so to be at the baseline for the Bobcats.
I realize nothing says I have AARP than me saying sometimes I like a Fresca.
That is true. The drinks are free on the planes, right, still, or did you have to pay?
Depends who you fly.
Okay.
So we did that direct flight out of Cedar Rapids to Sanford off Allegiant. With them, you have to pay.
Uh-huh.
But they basically give you the flight away, and you get. I think I could have flown the plane.
$200.
Yes.
$200 for a Fresca, but the flight's free.
That's right. That's right.
Jefferson in the front court, ball rattling around. They'll find an open three, left wing splash. Mays knocks it down, 64-24. How about it?
It's they can shoot it. That's the
40-point lead. Wow.
And there's some really good basketball played in that conference, both guys and girls.
Mississippi Valley, the pride of it.
Yeah, and you see Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls is top 10 in the nation right now. They've got length everywhere on the guys' side. So tonight when you look at an 0-7 Cedar Rapids Jefferson team, for the guys. It's a little bit what's happened in the last couple of years. Last couple of years, cats really have not come to play in the guys' game, and they've gotten beat because of it. And, you know, you can look at the record. You never play a record. Those are just numbers.
I feel like out of, the past, if you say 5-6 years or so, that I've been calling Bobcat basketball, this seems like night in and night out the most prepared boys basketball team that we've seen in a while.
Honestly, we've lost because of the way we've shot the basketball. Des Moines East was a schedule loss, in my opinion.
Yeah.
First week of the season.
Back-to-back nights.
And back-to-back nights, third game of the week, and they started off that first half so well. In the second half, their legs kind of died. But then you think of who are their rotation guys off the bench? It's Gavin Mishek, Jamison Niehaus. Who didn't play in that game? Gavin Mishek, Jamison Niehaus. So it's even kind of a different team. Mm-hmm. You look at Southeast Polk, Drake should not have played. He was so sick. You could tell he was not there. And then we couldn't shoot it. We were 1 of 11 from 3. And then you look at Ames, again, didn't shoot the basketball that well, but the defensive intensity has been there for 10 games. The ready to rock and roll has been there for 10 games.
We'll take it coast to coast as Angeline Tro puts in a 2-point bucket at 69-24. Bobcat ladies will fall to 7-4 with a loss here tonight. Cedar Rapids Jefferson. The Jayhawks will go to 3-8 as the girls will be on the road at Des Moines North coming up tomorrow night. That'll wrap up our bonus coverage of the girls' game. Bobcat boys basketball starts now. And into the front court with 5 seconds. Finds Jacob Hayes for the 3. Yeah! At the buzzer it goes. Niehaus flips it underhand to Kyle Smith. Wide open splash. Knocks it down near side. Here goes Hayes down the right side of the paint. Count the bucket. Yeah. Down to Gersma. Down the key is he had nothing going. Gersma inside. Scores the bucket. Over to Kyle Smith, stumbling away. Did gather it in. He now drives to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper. Oh, no. Boom. Wow, what a start. Welcome to the Roundhouse on George Funk Court. Bobcats and the Jayhawks match up. Non-conference, I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan Does alongside me. Our on-site producer is David Braga. Jeff Brooks back at the radio studios. He'll be providing our scoreboard updates throughout the night tonight. Elijah Bond, Keith Stewart on camera coverage. All right, it is non-conference tonight. Jayhawks are 0-7. Bobcats are 7-3. They're 3-2 in their last 5 games. Second best defense in Class 4A. Rebounded the heck out of the basketball. They're 12th in 4A. So those little fundamental things doing right. It's all about how you get off to a start here tonight. Yeah, one of the things, you look at that Waterloo East game the other night, Bobcats got off to a great start and then really held on later on. You look at that Ames game, 2 up and down in the scoring margin, finished really, really strong in that fourth quarter. It's going to be putting everything together from here on out. Tonight is the most important night of the most important week so far in the season, is how do you start off? We've got 3 games this week. You can't take anybody lightly. You've got Jefferson here tonight. You have to take care of business. In this matchup last year, Kai Gatewood destroyed us. 24 points. He's gone, but he destroyed us off the bounce. He destroyed us in transition. And offensively, only Kyle Smith and Drake Gersma did anything. So you're looking at, you've got to be able to bounce back against somewhat of a familiar opponent. We played him 3 years in a row. But a new head coach, a little bit new things going on there. Yep. But this is a big game in a huge week for your Marshalltown Bobcats. Coming up, our Cat Connection with Drake Gersman, and our pregame chat with head coach Mike Apple. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, AdlandEngraving.com, Assured Partners, power through partnership. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. And Brown Shoe Fit, with you every step. The Cat Connection, powered by State Farm, mtownproud.com.
It is our Cat Connection, all brought to you by Tyler Prashonk, State Farm, mtownproud.com. Here with number 3 for the Marshalltown Bobcat boys basketball program, Drake Gersma. And Drake, coming into your junior season, I know you had a little bit of a lower leg injury. You got sick the week of Southeast Polk. You rolled your ankle already this year against Waterloo East. So you've kind of been through the grinder here to begin the season. What's that like mentality for you to just kind of, keep going out there and giving it everything you can?
Yeah, I just got to, keep pushing it through and just have hope. I believe in God, so I know that he'll just keep me going, and he's like my motivation. And then also, even when I can't, like I am restricted, I put a lot of my trust in my teammates because I know that they can do. Like, I trust in their talent.
Yeah. And it seems like, a lot of that trust coming on the defensive end. You guys have been top 5 for much of the season on the defensive end as far as points per game given up. So how much of do you feel like everybody's kind of buying into that defensive philosophy and going out there and getting those tough stops?
Well, we do shell every day, so I feel like at first they were like, it's boring, they don't want to do this, but then they realized, like, this really helps our team, and this is something we have to do every day to, keep getting better and better.
Yeah, for the people who maybe don't know, talk to me a little bit about that shell defense in practice. What do you kind of work on in that?
Well, at first we just start with the basics, just swinging around the top and, jump to help and get, backside guy gets a foot in the paint. And then we kind of move to, swinging around. Corner guy drives, opposite side helps over, and then we X out and close out on shooters, and then also we got pass and cut, down screens, and all that.
Yeah. And, of course, defense transition into the offensive end of things. I know last year you were one of the best guys as far as assists goes per game, and so I believe you were in top 10 last year in that category as you were averaging 4 a game. What's it take to be a good distributor of the basketball, knowing, hey, this is my turn to take it, this is my turn to find the open man?
I think it's just most of it is just having trust in your teammates. I feel like most of the time I probably could make some tough shots around in the paint, but it's just swinging it out to Jacob, Kyle, just open shooters and having a lot of trust in them to make it.
Yeah. Did you grow up coming to Bobcat games watching Armani Thomas back in the day?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
Sometimes when I see you drive in there and you're hanging up and floating and spinning one over a guy, it reminds me a little bit of that Armani Thomas. But we've had a really good run of some point guards traditionally, Bobcat programs. I look at Armani Thomas. Brooks was another one as well. So being able to be that floor general, how much do you take pride in that responsibility? Because the offense really starts with you.
Well, I'm not really the tallest, strongest. I feel like I'm pretty skilled, but I feel like we got some guys that can score the ball good. So I feel like just getting the ball to them is like that really like helps the team out, like because I know like it's kind of hard to get guys open, like when like Waterloo East, for example, they really pressure us, so like I have to, you know, get into the paint, make sure everybody helps in, and then kick it out.
Yeah. How impressed have you been by the freshmen to step in a role? Because, you know, you were in that role as a sophomore last year, stepping in. So the bright lights of varsity, that pressure, intensity from the other teams picks up. And then you see Lars Schoenfelder as well as Damian Segovia step in there, and they've really shined at points this year.
Yeah, I feel like they really stepped up into their role. Damian's a really good scorer, and Lars is a really good hustle guy. I feel like, well, I didn't really anticipate them like doing what they're doing, and especially Lars, like he just like there's just something about him. He likes to hustle.
He's feisty.
Yeah. And Damian, being like as small as he is, he's like he's got heart. So yeah, I'm really glad for the spot that they're in.
Yeah, that is for sure. All right, last question for you. What other activities, things are you involved in during the school year?
Well, I'm in football.
What you played good at safety this year. I enjoyed watching you back there, especially that pick against Joaquin.
Yeah, I tried my best. I wish I had more, but I'm not really sure whether I'm doing track or soccer yet, but I might be out there.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, we enjoy watching you on the hardwood. That is for sure. That is Drake Gersma. Thanks for the time today.
All right, thank you.
All right. That is our CAC Connection. All brought to you by Tyler Prashong, State Farm, mtownproud.com.
Like any good neighbor, sometimes you move. Here at Tyler Prashong State Farm, we have moved to our new office location at 2110 South Center Street here in Marshalltown. I'm Tyler Prashong. I'm so proud of my team and what we have helped build, but we couldn't have done it without you. We are passionate about what we do and care about the community we serve. I invite you to our new location and see how we can make a positive impact in your life.
We'd love to talk to you about what makes you
M-Town proud.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Welcome back into the Countdown to Tip-Off. It is the Jayhawks and the Bobcats. A little non-conference action here on a Monday night inside the Roundhouse. Now welcome in head coach Mike Apple. A 1-1 week last week. A really good contest against fifth-ranked Ames. A 2-point nail-biter. Coach, your defense just kind of continues to live up to it. You got a busy week. How do you get off on the right foot on the defensive mindset here tonight?
Yeah, just stay consistent. Play hard, be ready to go. Have your mind ready and be prepared for a game. Coming off a game like Ames, it can easily be, I'm just going to kind of coast through this one, kind of see how see what happens, and you can't have that happen. We have to be ready to play and play hard against Cedar Rapids Jefferson here.
I know sickness went through the girls' basketball program last week against Ames. How's your team health-wise doing headed into tonight?
We've had some sickness go through. We've had some guys on and off sick here. So that's where, guys have to step up and be ready to play. And, the guys, we have a full roster tonight of guys playing, so that's good. Not everyone's 100% healthy, but, that's probably every team this time of year. So guys need to be ready to play and play as hard as they can. And if we need to come out and rotate guys in, we'll do that.
Focus, energy, effort, all those things that you tell us week in and week out. But you've only got 11 more games left on the season, counting to tonight. What's that focus? What's that effort? What are you looking at your team to really lock in on down the line? These are pivotal games.
Yeah, I think just stay consistent with what we've been doing. Really solid on the defensive end, play extremely hard, share the ball, continue to get our turnovers down. I thought our turnovers were really good as far as not as many against Ames. I thought some of them were very crucial, obviously, where they were getting layups in a game that there's not very many points. So continue getting better and better at those areas. Continue working hard every day in practice, being prepared and understanding game plans. You got games back-to-back nights. That's a quick turnaround. We need to understand, what we're doing, and there's some toughness that goes along with that as well, right? We can't use the excuse of we just played a game last night. We're sore, we're tired. It's you got to play through that.
That is for sure. Of course, you take on Cedar Rapids Jefferson here tonight, 17th all-time meeting. Last year, this one kind of came down to the wire. They were able to knock off the Bobcats. They're 0-7. What's kind of your scouting report on them so far this year?
Well, as most teams do, they're continuing to get better and better, and they're playing a lot of different guys. And I think they're just trying to figure out a few things, figure out their lineups, and the amount of depth they have and the guys that can jump in and play. Is a little bit concerning just because you don't have a lot of stuff on them to watch, but ultimately it comes down to us and being prepared to guard and understanding kind of what some of their guys can do.
Royshawn Webb is the new head coach. He's only 26 years old. He is a Cedar Rapids Jefferson alum, played college basketball, that kind of stuff. Is there anything that you can point to that you can see that they're kind of going through that transition period, or has he done a really nice job over there in his first year to kind of lock in things in his first year?
I've been very impressed with him watching him on film. Obviously, the teams they've played have had a difficult schedule with the conference they're in. They've played some really, really tough teams, but they play extremely hard. I feel like this is one they're going to be excited to play us tonight, so we got to be prepared and obviously play hard and match that, and don't let them play harder than us.
What's it like starting coaching at 26? You were around that age, right?
Yeah, I think that's right around when I started, so I feel for him. He'll.
You have any life advice?
Yeah, just stick with it. And it gets better as you figure a few things out, and you learn. You continue to learn and get better and better.
For sure. Always be learning. That is for sure. Going for win number 8. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
That is head coach Mike Apple. When we come back, starters for the Jayhawks and the Bobcats right here on KFJB-TV.
When you're craving something quick, tasty, and satisfying, think your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. From hot made-to-order favorites like burgers, chicken strips, and fries to the Dairy Queen classics you love, blizzards, cones, sundaes, and shakes. Be sure to check out the monthly featured treats and limited-time favorites, always giving you something new to try. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a sweet treat, just because. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens has you covered. 2 convenient locations, South Center Street and North 3rd Avenue in Marshalltown, where happy tastes good every day.
Back inside the Roundhouse, our starting lineups all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises. Let them deliver for you while we deliver the starting lineups. First out for the 0-7 Jefferson Jayhawks out of the Mississippi Valley Conference. 0-1 heading into this one behind first-year head coach Royshawn Webb, 2017 grad, played at Iowa Central and Mount Murray. His starting 5 will go like this. Christian Rivera has not seen a whole lot of playing time, but he's been a guy that's been in the program, Coach told me, and he's earned a little bit of playing time. So he's going to get the start here tonight. A 5'9 senior guard will go tonight, Christian Rivera. Number 5, Jaden Faulkner, averaging 11.5 points per game, 3 rebounds, a 5'7 senior guard. Number 21, Zach Thielman, 8.8 points per game, 1.5 rebounds, a 6'1 senior guard. Number 22, Ian Earp. He is a 6'5 junior guard, averaging 1 point per game. And number 33, Ryan Fikert, will round out the lineup. He's averaging 1 point and 2 rebounds per game, the 6'2 senior forward. That is the Jefferson Jayhawks starting lineup. For your Marshalltown Bobcats, usual starting 5 here tonight behind head coach Mike Apple in his 8th year. Bobcats are 7-3, 3-1 in the Iowa Alliance North, picking up their first loss of the conference season against Ames on Thursday. Ames ranked 5th in the state, 37-35, the final in that one. It'll be number 3, Drake Gersma, 8 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, 4 assists per game for the 6'2 junior guard. Number 10, Kyle Smith, 13 points per game, 10.5 rebounds per game for the 6'3 senior guard, who is number 1 in 4A in rebounds with 104, and he is 7th in 4A with 25 threes made. Number 24, Damian Segovia, the freshman, continues to play superb basketball, 3.5 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game for the freshman guard. Number 30, Jacob Hayes, coming alive in his senior season. 13.5 points per game, 3.5 rebounds for the 6'2 senior guard. And number 32, Lars Schoenfelder, the 6-foot freshman forward. He is 13th in 4A with 27 offensive rebounds. That is tonight's starting lineups. Again, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Tip-off when we come back between the Jayhawks and the Cats right here on KFJB-TV.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit VisionSource-MarshalltownEyeCare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
The following is a presentation of Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV.
Non-conference action inside the Roundhouse on George Funk Court. I'm Brandon Lucius, Dylan Dose alongside you tonight. Great to have you along for Monday night action inside the Roundhouse. Time for tonight's Keys to the Game, which is all brought to you by First Rate Real Estate.
For the Bobcats, always success starts on the defensive end, but to win tonight, you've got to put the ball in the basket. It's simple as that. Cats in their losses averaging 35 points, 35% from field goal, 20% from three, and wins 50 points a game, 45% field goal shooting, 44% from three. And then for the Jayhawks, it's all about transition points. That's where they're going to have to get points outside of the half-court set, including transition threes from Thielman, who can really stroke it from outside.
Jayhawks win the opening tip. We are underway in the Roundhouse. Quick three, right wing. It's no good off the back of the iron. Lars Schoenfelder with a rebound, flips it underhand to his point guard in Drake Gersma. Cats in the all-whites, dark blues here tonight for the traveling Jayhawks. Jacob Hayes, right wing, over to Schoenfelder. Around the perimeter they go. Backdoor cut for Hayes. It was not there. Kyle Smith up high. Over to Segovia, the freshman, wide open. Oh, why not? Start up the game with a three. It's Damian Segovia, the freshman, who we've just been so impressed with this year.
No hesitation. He plays within himself, but he's got a lot in his bag. Just stepped in, knocked it down.
Shooting it 44% from three, and a big answer right there for the Jayhawks. A three from the left wing. Jaden Faulkner knocks it down to answer.
Great shot there.
Here's Gersma. High free throw line, and he turns it over as his pocket picked by Faulkner. Going the other way. Going against Kyle Smith. Blocks his shot as he swatted it away. Last touch by Faulkner, out of bounds on the Jayhawks. It'll be Bobcat basketball with 6:49.
As they look to extend pressure, Cats got to break it looking to score. You get it to the center. This is just a little of a 1-3-1 or a 1-2-2 zone. You've got to get it to the center and look to score.
Gersma up high, flips it over to Hayes, right wing. Picked up by Rivera. Swing at top of the key, come back near side. Backdoor, left block. Kyle Smith puts it down. Now has to kick it back out of the perimeter. Gersma's going to drive it to the paint. Late shuffle down to the right block to Schoenfelder. He has to back it out, free throw line. And the shot clock will expire. Hayes knocks down a three, but it's way too late. And it's a turnover on the Cats.
One thing that as this continues to grow, Lars has just got to go up.
Yeah.
You cannot, I know that's not your role, but he's been a scorer.
He can
throughout.
score the basketball.
He can score.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it at the bar, but he can. He has got, when you get the ball on the block, off the bounce, you have got to put it in.
Yeah, that aggressive piece on the offensive end just hasn't come for him just yet. But once it does, that'll be a huge extra threat to the offense for the Bobcats. will drive down to the left block. It's kicked out to the top of the key, almost over and back, but saved by Faulkner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Bobcats trying to do the same thing that just happened. A turnaround jumper at the buzzer is no good. It did hit the left side of the iron, and as Kyle Smith brought in the rebound, he was fouled by Zach Thielman, and that'll be the first foul of the night on Cedar Rapids Jefferson. So they come in 0-7. Royshawn Webb is their first-year head coach, and he's only 26-year-old, Dylan.
Yeah,
what were you doing at 26?
I was moving across the country to restart a organization. I was doing some stuff at 26.
Yeah.
Had my first baby. I was married. I was being a grown-up.
Segovia's second three of the night, and it rattles off the front of the iron. Hayes snatches away the rebound, and on that, he is fouled. So great job for Jacob Hayes early on here, going aggressive, getting the rebound. He went up with a shot, and it was no good. And so Hayes goes to the line for 2 as Jaden Faulkner picks up his first foul of the night. And the first one will rattle out left side. I was just about ready to say Jacob Hayes, 78% at the free throw line. So good this year. If you would have told me Jacob Hayes was, at this point in the season, a better free throw shooter, a better shooter from the floor, and averaging more points per game than Kyle Smith, would you have believed me?
I would have been. I wouldn't have, but not because Jacob's not talented. He definitely is, but I didn't think he was aggressive enough. I didn't think, and this year he's just shown a next level.
Yeah. Ball poked away. Hayes comes up with the turnover as Hayes knocked down the second of those free throws. So it's 4-3 Cats with 4:48 to go in the opening quarter of play. Schoenfelder cuts to the top of the key over to Segovia, looking to dump it inside. Nothing there. Out to Kyle Smith. Bad late pass picked up by Faulkner. He'll go all the way, and a scoop and score as he reverses it against Kyle Smith. Jaden Faulkner with all 5 for Cedar Rapids gives them back the lead, 5-4.
And one thing the Cats have to understand is that Jefferson is very aggressive on the perimeter. You are not going to get lazy. There you get the back cut. That's the opposite side of that.
There you go.
They're very aggressive on the perimeter, so lazy, soft passes on the perimeter are going to be picked off all night. But if you're able to do a nice fake back cut, you're going to get layups like that all night long.
Yeah, Kyle Smith with a great cut there to pick up his first bucket of the night. 6-5 Cats, now a 3 from NBA range off the left side of the iron. It's no good by Faulkner. Segovia with the rebound. Outlet to Gersma up the far side of the floor. He'll bring it. Under 4 minutes to go first quarter. Drives, kicks, near side. Segovia flips it to Hayes. Free throw line. Back to Kyle Smith. Straight on 3. Splash! Straight on 3 for Kyle Smith as he makes number 26 on the season.
Last year there would be these dead points in offense where the ball would just stick as Thielman steps into one.
Wow, what an answer right there by Thielman on the right wing. 9-8. Bobcats still leading, but big shot right there.
Yeah, and back, Thielman has had 2 shots with hands down. You've got to recognize the guy is 1 for 2 from 2-pointers all year long. He just hit his 15th out of 30 at 3, so he doesn't take 2s. You got to be hands out. But you look offensively for the Cats, offensive ball movement has been so much more quick and smooth this year.
Paint opens up momentarily. Gersma gets tied up. It's poked away. Thielman comes up with a turnover. Gets it to Rivera. Rivera up by the student section. Will bring it into the front court. Picked up by Schoenfelder. Drives free throw line. Hangs off the left side. No good. Tipped out of there to Jacob Hayes, who gets it to Gersma.
And we've seen Gersma with a couple turnovers. And one of the things, he's had a little bit of struggles here this year. Came out of the shoot last year, but I think some of it is just finding his rhythm.
Kyle Smith gets the feed. Wide open 3. Buries it home. His second one in the quarter. 12-8 Cats with 2:20 to go first quarter.
Kyle Smith had 27 in this game last year. Was 7-11 from 3. And he loves the Jayhawks facing them.
And now he comes up with a turnover, and we have a whistle behind the play as Kyle Smith was looking to go on a fast break and take it the other way. As we do have a foul coming in on Christian Rivera, as that will be his first foul of the night. So 12-8, Bobcat basketball. Mishek as well as Niehaus will check into the game. We saw this rotation on Thursday night where the 2 freshmen come out and the Two backups come in
yeah.
on the floor, a junior and a sophomore. Gersma into the front court. 12-8 Cats. Mishek feeds it in. Hayes, right block. Block shot from behind. Taking it away is Faulkner. He had the block shot and the steal. And quickly bringing it down. Now crosses over on Gersma. Drives. It's no good. The floater as he hangs. He's begging for a foul, but we're going the other way. Here comes Kyle Smith on the far side. Stops. Pops. Three. Oh, he's on fire. Third three in the first quarter. Kyle Smith, 15-8, and as Dylan alluded to, he loves the Jayhawks. 29 points a year ago.
If I would have known he would have done this in the first quarter, I would have wrote my threes smaller on my scorecard. This is filling it up.
Missed shot for Cedar Rapids Jefferson. Here comes Gersma up the floor at the top of the key. A little reaching going on by Faulkner, trying to poke the ball away. Couldn't get it. Now to Mishek, left wing. Kyle Smith coming off a screen. Ball's a little bit late arriving. They'll have to reset the offense here. Now they get another screen for Kyle. We were thinking for a fourth three in the quarter. Would have loved it, but not quite the opportunity. Now the paint opens up a little bit for Gersma down the right side. No good. Now Kyle Smith gets a feed from Niehaus. Oh! Hanging on the right side. It was no good. And inside getting the rebound is Gersma, but it looks like we're going to have a foul on Gersma on the rebound and possibly a push by him. And so that will be Drake Gersma's first foul, first team foul. 15-8 is our count, with the Bobcats leading with 54 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
And Drake was not arguing it one iota. We talk about when the Cats win, they shoot at 45% from three. Here they're 4 of 6 early in this contest from three-point land. Really getting energy, getting wide open looks, even the one that Kyle just missed as he throws it away.
Yeah, just checking in, Denovius Johnson. And he throws it near the student section, so it'll be back to the Bobcats. 40 seconds to go. Gersma into the front court. As Kyle Smith has hit the bench, as well as Damian Segovia. Almost a pick on the left wing. Niehaus gets it back, feeds to Hayes, drives baseline down to the left block, and has his shot blocked from behind. I believe that was Johnson who has it.
Yep.
Turnover, Garcia brings it up the court. Up to the right wing, stops, swings it over to your side quarter. They're looking for something. Nothing really there. And a reach in on Schoenfelder. Yeah, he was matched up against the shifty guard in Jaden Faulkner, and so that'll be the first of the night on Lars Schoenfelder. That's a tough assignment.
Yeah.
Schoenfelder knows he's given up a little bit of speed in that matchup.
Well, and you look at Faulkner. Faulkner, 5'10", 5'11", but those arms are go-go gadget arms. Those things are long. He's got that really, almost a little bit like Falls from Mason City, but I think they're even longer.
So Jayhawks turn it over as they lose it out of the baseline. Back to the Bobcats with 5 seconds to go opening quarter. Gersma will bring it up. All the way in, he'll drive. Oh, just taking too much time. Hayes gets off with three. Are they going to count it? No, they will not. Just too much time in the drive by Gersma. Went underneath the hoop, kicked out to Hayes, who knocks down the three, but it was too late, and that's how we head to the second quarter. 15-8, Bobcats with a lead early on. Scoreboard update when we come back on KFJB-TV.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, you're more than a member, you're family. Since 1948, we've been helping members and their families save more, borrow smarter, and reach their financial goals. Whether it's a low-rate auto loan, a mortgage that feels manageable, or simply a savings account that grows with you, we're here to make banking simple and stress-free. Discover the credit union difference today. Visit Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, where people helping people is more than a motto, it's who we are. Learn more at lennoxecu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Up on the Hy-Vee scoreboard, 15-8. Bobcats leading. Kyle Smith with 3 threes. They're in the first quarter. Time for a regional scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank.
Shout out to the one and only Jeff Brooks for giving us these updates back from the studio. West Marshall struggling with Carlisle in the third. It's 42-13, Carlisle over West Marshall. South Hardin leads Iowa Falls Alden 6-5 with just 2:48 left to go in the first. And Ames and Indianola will be tipping off soon, along with East Marshall and BCLUW.
Bobcats get the basketball to begin the second quarter. Kyle Smith, top of the key, gets a handoff from Mishek. Kyle Smith will drive to the free throw line. Nice crossover. Finds a wide open Segovia. His second three of the night goes in and out. And Mishek went for the rebound but lost it on the baseline. And so it is back to the Jayhawks. 4 threes in the opening quarter of play. And that's kind of in your face, Dylan, because you were talking about the three-point perimeter shooting in the pregame.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. When they are hitting it from three, it just opens everything up. It opens up the drive. It opens up, and you just play with a little bit more juice.
And a three by Thielman is off the left side of the iron, but it pops way out to the right wing, and they'll gather it in with Ian Earp as he'll swing it to the near side corner. Now set a screen. Now they kick it back to the top of the key to Faulkner. Faulkner crosses over on Gersma, still stays with him at the free throw line. He's got to kick it back out to the right wing. Earp will drive in. Now he's stopped on his drive by Jacob Hayes. The bobble in the basketball away. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock and a travel. Yeah, Christian Rivera at the free throw line. You shuffled the feet. He was trying to get a pass away. Couldn't do so. So a minute gone in the second quarter. 15-8 Bobcat basketball.
And one of the things you will see from the Cats is on defense, man-to-man defense, very rarely is their body out of place, is their footwork out of place. Sometimes they come out with their hands down, which does not affect the shooter, and they can get burned that way. But they, man-to-man, face up on their guys so well.
Segovia top of the key over to Hayes, left wing, drops it in to Gersma. And now cut down the paint by Kyle Smith. He is fouled from behind by Jaden Faulkner. And Kyle Smith will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws as he made a nice cut down the left side of the paint, got a good feed, and the shot was blocked, but it was a foul.
And Faulkner's trailing on that because he's not going to cut under a screen on Kyle. Kyle's already hit 3 threes, and because there's no hedge on that, Faulkner's trailing, and it just allows Kyle to swing around and get to the line. That was all set up because you can't go under a screen with Kyle Smith.
Second foul of the night on Faulkner. First team foul here in the second. Kyle Smith made the first free throw. Second one is up, and it is good. That'll improve the average a little bit. What she's shooting 75% from the free throw stripe. 17-8 now is our score after the 2 made free throws for the Bobcats. 9-point lead here in the second quarter. Faulkner, 3, left wing. It's going to skim off the iron, and Segovia will reach up and gather that one in. Outlets to Niehaus, who will bring the basketball up court. Now gets it to Drake Gersma. They miss Mishek. He was down to the right block, nearly wide open. And now Niehaus is going to try to pass it away. He had it tipped away by Earp. Gathers it back in the backcourt. Gets it back into the front court over to Gersma. Checks the shot clock. We're down to 15 on the shot clock. Niehaus left wing. Puts an arm out. Almost a foul on Niehaus. Now get it over to Kyle Smith. Oh, a nice feed underneath the hoop to Mishek, but misses it short. And it's going the other way. Here comes Garcia up the near side. He's going to drive all the way against Niehaus. Puts an arm in his face, and he misses the shot. No good. And a clear out to Gersma. Comes back up the near side onto the free throw line. Crossover, now kicks. Segovia wide open. Second 3 of the night. He was trying to make it. Couldn't get it, but the ball goes right back to him. And an offensive rebound. Now Gersma, free throw line, drives in. Kyle Smith wide open. 4 made threes. 20-8. Timeout on the floor. Oyshawn Webb has seen enough. Kyle Smith, it's all Cats. 5:16 second quarter on KFJB-TV.
Eat at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and support the Bobcats when you order the Bobcat Burger. 2 juicy quarter-pound beef patties stacked with crispy bacon, sautéed onions, and a mouth-watering blend of American, cheddar, Jack, and Swiss cheeses, all on a toasted bun with fresh shredded lettuce. And here's the best part. $1 from every Bobcat burger sold goes to Marshalltown High School activities. Satisfy your burger craving and support the Bobcats at the same time. Only at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
I'm Drake Gersma, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Coming up at halftime, it's our Scouting America Mid-Iowa Council halftime report. We'll have a post-game chat with girls basketball coach Brian Murphy. The girls lost earlier tonight, 69-24. Dylan, really fun basketball right now in the Roundhouse.
It is an absolute blast, and what you're seeing is, yes, Kyle Smith is having a field day, but it all comes with people hitting the lane and finding wide open shooting lanes, because what it does when you get it into the paint, the defense just naturally falls in on itself. You heard the Cedar Rapids Jefferson coaching staff just yelling, stick on 10, you can't leave him. Easier said than done.
Yeah, that is for sure. Thanks to our producer, Dave Braga, with that good intel for us. But then you leave other guys open, too.
Right, and that's
the
the whole thing. You get Segovia. Yeah. You get Jacob Hayes, hasn't really been able to shoot it too much. I think everybody wishes we had a 6'7" guy, but right now he walked.
Turnaround jumper, right high post is way off the mark from 15 foot out on the right side as Ian Earp tried his luck, couldn't get it to go. Niehaus dumps it off. Schoenfelder put it on the block, and it's up off the glass for two. Schoenfelder loves that on the block before he scores, but he's still got the bucket to go. 4.5 minutes to go, second quarter.
Yeah, you use the power dribble when you need to get an advantage. You already had the advantage. You'd like him to just go straight up.
Faulkner way out high, drives against Gersma into the free throw line, and he's going to be called a foul on the floor on Kyle Smith. It looked like nearing a travel as Kyle Smith was calling for that as well, but it's a foul on Smith. And 22-8 our ball game, 4:17 second quarter. The Jayhawks baseline right side. They have the basketball looking to inbound. They'll finally get it inside, or out to the right wing, to Willman. And now Willman with the basketball back. He'll drive to the free throw line. Late bounce pass down to left block. Oh, that one was a good angle, but just too strong on the shot by Cedar Rapids Jefferson as Caden Wilson tried his luck. No go. Wilson, though, redeems himself. Gets a turnover on Schoenfelder, but he carried the basketball and traveled. But no, a foul is going to be called on Schoenfelder from behind. He definitely, Dylan.
My gosh.
Schoenfelder picks up his second foul. Did he not travel right there?
It looked like it was a carry or a double dribble. It looked like a double dribble there.
Oh, yeah.
I guess maybe Lars fouled him beforehand, but.
Okay. Schoenfelder's second of the night. Jayhawk basketball. Right side of your radio dial on Newstalk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and on your TV screen on KFJB-TV. Little head fake, little turnaround, nothing doing for Earp. Has to dump it off and out of bounds to the baseline as they kicked it late. And we've seen so many guys for the Jayhawks. I can't get all the numbers straight early on here, but that was Ty Kinnan, who on the baseline stepped out of bounds, and it's back to the Bobcats.
It's always fun sitting behind the opposing fans. They're shouting. They want to shout out on KFJB-TV, and I won't give it to them.
Out high, Bobcats free throw line, 3 seconds in the paint. Mishek was hanging out there, finally got the late feed. Turnover on the Bobcats with 3:19 in the second quarter.
Yeah, that's Gavin. You know, when you're playing a motion, you switch people around. Gavin has not played post ever in his life, I'm guessing. And you find yourself in uncommon spaces. And he didn't have that mental clock going.
7-0 run for the Bobcats here in the second quarter. As that second-ranked defense in the state of Iowa going to work. Faulkner, turnaround jumper at the free throw line is no good. Kyle Smith saves it, but it goes right to the Jayhawks. And finally, there's that double dribble and a turnover on Caden Wilson and the Jayhawks. It's back to the Cats with 2:51 to go in the first half.
And I'll say, number 30, Caden Wilson, has great hands and terrible handles. You know, he's had a couple really good steals. That catch was incredible, but, you know, getting the bounce has not been kind to him.
We had a lot of horn blowing going on here. I don't know what that was all about. And Niehaus almost traveled with it, but a timeout was called first. So the Bobcats catch a break. 22-8, 2:46 to go before halftime. Head coach Mike Apple wants a timeout. We'll take it with him right here on KFJB-TV.
Gavin Mishek, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
22-8 on George Funk Court. Bobcats with a 7-0 run to begin this second quarter of play. Kyle Smith, if you've missed it, 4 big threes here tonight to get the night going. And the last one right here from the near side corner.
And that all started with Drake being able to take his guy off the bounce, spinning into the lane, and Kyle just being patient, showing himself to the passer. Drake putting it right in the shooter pocket, and Kyle knocking it down.
Last year, Bobcats went 7-15. You could feel a little bit of the momentum at the end of the season. Yep. They got the postseason win at Mason City. Yep. They lose some pieces from last year, but bring back their top leading scorer in Kyle Smith. Jacob Hayes has taken a step. I mean, yep. I felt like you could feel some momentum, but they've even more capitalized and doubled up on it this year, especially on the defensive end. As the Bobcats go to work, Hayes gets a late pass over to the far side corner. It is no good on the three. Niehaus pokes it out of bounds. But anyway, your thoughts on just this up-tempo defense that really puts the pressure. We've seen, I don't know if we've ever seen this many shot clock violations a Bobcat defense has forced this year. I mean, they even did it to Ames on Thursday night.
I think it all starts with 10 and 30. I think they are showing it. Kyle's more vocal than Jacob, but they both show by example. They're in the gym all the time, and they much more care about team victories than their own pursuits. We've seen that throughout, and they both play incredibly hard on both ends of the court, and it's impossible for these young guys not to play that same level that they see the seniors do.
Oh, free throw line jumper for Kyle Smith. That is his bread and butter, and he drops it in to make it 24-8 after Caden Wilson had 2 attempts on the offensive end. He had a nice pick and roll, but he couldn't convert, and his putback was no good. That led to the Kyle Smith 2. Now right wing, Christian Garcia has it, kicks it out corner, stolen away by Kyle Smith. He's going to push the issue, and now he's going to slow it down to the left wing and dump it back out to reset. Skip pass, right wing over to Jacob Hayes. Now to Gersma. Or excuse me, not Gersma, but Segovia. Segovia down the right side of the paint. Hangs, off the glass. What a senior-like play from the freshman who just knows how to use his body in space to scoop and score right there.
Yeah, he's a senior on the offensive side of the basketball court. He still has some freshman mistakes on that defensive side, but you feel good with the ball in his hands.
Jayhawks with the basketball at the free throw line. Bobbling around, get it out to Garcia, left wing. Hayes picks him up, has to stop, back at the free throw line as he drove. Now a jumper, free throw line, it's an air ball. No good by Lane Willman. And it is back to the Bobcats with 48 seconds to go before halftime, up 26-8.
You know what I'm just thinking of? Late in that Lincoln game, Segovia had the ball in his hands, probably shouldn't have been put in that position, turned it over, caused the game to go into overtime. Go from that moment, game one, to where he is doing what he's done here tonight. It's a crazy growth trajectory by the freshman.
It definitely is. Niehaus top of the key over to Gersma, sets a screen, rolls down the right side. Gersma hangs and drops it in off the glass for his first bucket of the night as he stopped and popped just outside the right block. Shot clock off with 22 seconds to go before halftime. Free throw line for the Jayhawks. That's where they set up a lot of their offense here tonight, but it hasn't led to a whole lot. And the Bobcats poke it away and come away with it. Gersma with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Cross-court pass to Kyle Smith. He drives baseline. Kicks out to Hayes at the top of the key. Drives. Now he feeds late to Gersma. Off the glass for 2 at the buzzer. And we head to halftime with Drake Gersma putting his second bucket off the glass. He got the great feed from Hayes. And the Bobcats pitch a shutout in the second quarter, leading 30-8 at the break as we take a look at the Tyler Pashong State Farm replay. The Bobcats did not rush that final 10 seconds.
Not at all. And a big shout out to Kyle. Kyle didn't rush that 3 in the corner, made the right basketball play. 4 different guys touched the basketball on that possession, and it ends with a layup with 1 second left to go in the half.
Bobcats score 15 in the first, 15 in the second, and they lead it 30-8 at the break, looking for their 8th victory of the season. We head to the halftime report, all powered by Scouting America Mid-Iowa Council when we come back on News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and right here on KFJB-TV.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooter's in Marshalltown.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
The Halftime Report, powered by Scouting America. Adventure on.
At halftime inside the Roundhouse, 30-8, Bobcats shut out the Jayhawks in the second quarter, don't allow a bucket, and they lead it. 18 points for Kyle Smith in that first half. He made 4 big threes, and he made 3 of those in the first quarter alone. Segovia knocked down another 3 as well in that first half to help the Bobcats put up 15 in the first and 15 points in the second quarter. Bobcats are looking to stay hot on the season. Since the break at Christmas break, they are 2-1 coming out of the break, and just a 2-point loss to the 5th-ranked Ames Little Cyclones last Thursday night. When we come back, Dylan will be joined by girls basketball coach Brian Murphy. This is Halftime, all powered by Scouting America.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom, and she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by Central State Bank, locations in Ames, State Center, and West Des Moines. Eye Care Associates of Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo. Hy-Vee of Marshalltown. It pays to perk with Hy-Vee Perks. And Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Thank you. Here with head coach Brian Murphy. Coach, it wasn't a good game here tonight. It really kind of blew up on you, and it really seems, I know there's a lot of illness going through the team. Where do you find the team with illness trying to get back? You got 3 games this week. What's going on in the back of your brain just to be ready to go the rest of this week?
Yeah, I mean, so the reality of our team is we haven't had everybody healthy at practice since last Monday. So we've been kind of piecing things together. We had girls in yesterday. I think we had 9, kind of throwing things in. So I told the girls before the game this was going to be kind of a junkyard game where it's kind of like you don't have your fastball, so you're throwing, curveballs, splitters, whatever you can pull out, try to get something to work. So we knew they could shoot, but we were just kind of trying to get into the zone and make them work. And I thought our girls did a really good job of kind of getting things to slow down a little bit in the first half. You can kind of see our legs go out there at the end of quarters, but overall I'm really proud of the grit they show to kind of fighting through everything.
All right, so as we look back, you've got a game against North tomorrow night. Roosevelt's a very good squad Friday. You started out the season really hot, some of that, playing well, some of it a little bit of competition. Now how do you get this team to get the nose back up to get back in those winning ways?
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, we need to get back to, number one, defending and rebounding the way that we've been doing historically. And number two, I mean, we've shown that when we take care of the ball, value every possession, and have long possessions, things look really good. I mean, we had a couple of those even tonight despite tired legs. So we've got to recognize what things work for us and start doing those every single possession and not just making them the exception as opposed to the rule.
Thank you very much, Coach. Again, tomorrow night, Des Moines North. Friday night, Des Moines Roosevelt. Back to you, Brandon.
All right, thanks, Dylan. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, our stat line for the first half and a scoreboard update. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The Halftime Report, powered by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Never cash out.
That's right, Dylan. Never cash out when you're in the Roundhouse here tonight. Right. 30-8 as the Bobcats lead at the break. 18 points for Kyle Smith, 5 for Damian Segovia, 4 for Drake Gersma, 2 for Lars Schoenfelder. The leading scorer for the Jayhawks, 5 for Jaden Faulkner, 3 for Zach Thielman. And that's where we stand at the break, 30-8. Time for a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. And, of course, we saw East Marshall, a final just a moment ago, as they fall here tonight to Carlisle, 62-37.
That's West Marshall.
West Marshall.
West Marshall. East Marshall's doing just fine. Yeah, West Marshall loses to Carlisle, but your East Marshall Mustangs lead BCL 24-6 with 2:50 left to go in the first. South Hardin leads Iowa Falls Alton 23-18. That's just a minute before halftime. Dike New Hartford leads Jessup 20-14, and Ames is up on Indianola 14-12. That's at the end of the first.
When we come back, the second half between the Jayhawks and the Bobcats. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside, right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders. Just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at VanWyckWoodBuilders.com.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com, Marshalltown Area Chamber, MeetInMarshalltown.com, Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction, and the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead.
8 minutes on the clock, third quarter, just about ready to get going. Jayhawks will begin with the basketballs. They trail the Bobcats 30-8. here inside the Roundhouse. He's Dylan Doze. I'm Brandon Lewis. Our onside producer is Dave Braga, Elijah Bond, Keith Stewart on camera coverage. The one and only Jeff W. Brooks back at the radio studios. All right, here we go. Bobcats pitched a shutout there in the second quarter as they lead it 30-8 at the break as we are underway. A little scoop pass. Near side, top of the key three is going to be off the mark for Ian Earp, and it's going the other way with the Bobcats. Their first offensive possession of the second half goes to Jacob Hayes on the right wing. Kyle Smith cuts down the paint, nothing there. Schoenfelder flips it over to Gersman. Now backdoor cut. Jacob Hayes hangs, puts up a shot. It does not go, but he's fouled on the way up as he cut down to the left block. A good, patient move by Jacob Hayes, who in that first half just had a made free throw. So he'll go to the line for the second time tonight, shooting 78% at the stripe.
He was blocked a couple times at the rim. This time, he paused before he went up, able to evade the defender as he makes his first free throw.
Got the purple Nikes on here tonight for Jacob Hayes, as the first one is good. Second free throw to come for the senior, and that one is also good. So 3 of 4 at the stripe tonight. Bobcats as a team are 5 of 6 at the stripe.
Nice cut.
And a missed shot inside by Faulkner. It's going the other way as Kyle Smith comes away with a loose basketball. Feeds it to a trailing Gersma. Gets it out to Schoenfelder. Left wing, three. It goes again. How about it? 5th three of the night for Kyle Smith. He has 21 points.
And what that does, that was 3 quick moves. It's easier said than done to don't leave 10, but when you have that quick of a pass from Gersma to Lars kicking it right to Kyle stepping into a 3, that is very difficult for a defender to get out there.
Earp will try his luck from the left wing. It's no good. Kyle Smith hauled in the rebound, but had it poked away by Thielman, who gathers it back, gets it to Garcia in the near side corner. A little shifty move as he flips it late underhand to his teammate, and it's good for Ryan Fikert as Fikert makes his first bucket of the night.
And the first Jayhawks bucket since the first quarter.
Yeah. 35-10. Bobcats with the basketball. Segovia, another 3. Third of the night! Second of the night for the freshman. As he hits it from the far side corner. He has got 8 here tonight. 38-10 Cats with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And when you're able to break people off the bounce or get the ball in the middle of the lane, you're going to get open shots as Gersma gets the block.
Yeah, Fikert tried to knock that one down. Baseline, couldn't get it to go. Gersma with a great defensive play. Kyle Smith gets the feed. 3, skims off the iron. Schoenfelder almost gets the offensive rebound, but knocked away. And here comes the Jayhawks up the floor, into the front court, down the right side of the paint. Late dump, and it's off the glass for Fikert. 2 quick buckets out of halftime for him, and 38-12 our count with 5.5 minutes to go.
What Fikert does so well, when he gets the ball in the post, he does not let that ball even drop to his shoulders. It's in his hands and it's up.
Pass into the front court right as the clock went to 25 and the shot clock up to Jacob Hayes. And I guess because he didn't catch that one right as soon as the clock hit 25, that's why it is a 10-second backcourt violation on the Bobcats.
One thing that is kind of because Kyle's hit so many, we have him at 33s for the year. I believe he needed 37 threes coming into this year to break Drake Capellu's record for threes in a career. So we're getting on the Kyle Smith three-point all-time leader watch.
Thielman, left wing 3 was no good, but a putback inside. This one is good for Caden Wilson, who just checked in, as he knocks that one down inside. And his first bucket of the night. Bobcats in the front court. Wilson picks him off. He's going the other way. Feeds up to Faulkner. Left wing stops. Thought about the 3. Kyle Smith stepped out on him. A drive, free throw line, and a big jump. And the bucket is knocked down. This time for... It was Sai Juma.
Yeah,
so Sai Juma knocks that one down. And the Bobcats will break the press. Segovia goes all the way to the rack, but he has it partially blocked, so no good. And the Jayhawks go back the other way as now Gersma tips away a pass going to the far side corner intended for Zach Thielman. And it will stay with the Jayhawks off of Gersma last.
And on that, with Segovia going against a much longer defender, a couple things I would like to see him do. Either you're going to go with a pump fake go up, or you go with your left hand on that right side of the glass, something to mix it up, to mix up the eyes of the defender.
Faulkner three-point line. Step back three is no good. One-hand snag by Gersma on the rebound. Outlets it up to Jacob Hayes. Right block, kicks it out to Mishek. Drives, now kicks it to the free throw line. Gersma has to pick up his dribble, but Kyle Smith right there on the spot, cutting down the left side of the paint. Goes all the way in for the easy layup, 40-16, under 4 to go in the third quarter.
That's not play design. That's basketball IQ right there. That Kyle Smith, just knowing how to play the game, got himself a bucket.
Now Gersma knocks away a pass intended for Jaden Faulkner, who is cutting along the baseline. It'll stay with the Jayhawks as Cy Juma will be the man to inbound on the left side of the baseline. Inbound goes into Willman. Willman kicks it to Juma. Top of the key, three. Rainbow three won't go off the back of the iron. Kyle Smith, leading rebound man in the state with the rebound. Oh, almost a alley-oop layup right there for Gersma as Kyle Smith with a great find but can't finish at the rack. And it's going back the other way. A little hesitation move and a drive down the right side. Willman with the shot no good. Outlet up to Gersma. Little 1-on-3. Gives it to the trailer. And Mishek has it blocked. Gets it back. Now Hayes left wing. Offense will reset here. Free throw line, a pass to Mishek as he cuts and has it knocked away. He was trying to find Gersma at the top of the key, but Juma comes away with it. And Juma almost has it taken away by Gersma. Gersma steps in on him as he gathered it back, and now Juma driving baseline, throws it away. Kyle Smith comes up with the turnover.
And I really felt that was maybe the worst offensive possession the Cats have had all night long. Just really sloppy passes, people not being real intentional with the basketball.
Mishek now, top of the key, swings it to Kyle Smith, right wing three. Oh! Buries it again. This time the right wing three goes for Kyle Smith. He had a hand in his face but put it up over him.
Holy
and Kyle
cow.
Smith with 26 here tonight.
Whew, buddy.
What a night for Kyle Smith, feeling it against Cedar Rapids Jefferson. He had 29 a year ago, just a few away from that. Three to answer is no good on the left wing, this time by Willman. And the outlet to Kyle Smith as he'll bring it into the front court, gets it back to Gersma, trailing behind the play. Hayes sets a screen on the left wing for Gersma, rolls nothing there. Over to Mishek, now to Kyle Smith. And now Kyle Smith, top of the key, step back three. Oh! Have a night, 29 for Kyle Smith. Timeout Jayhawks. It is a blowout, 46-16, 135, third quarter, right here on KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
I'm Jacob Hayes. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, Kyle Smith is not hot. He is incinerating the Jayhawks here tonight. 29, and he has made 7 threes here tonight for Kyle Smith. He'll be creeping up that leaderboard. He came in at 7th in 4A. But when you are feeling it, man, you are feeling it with Kyle Smith.
And everything's in rhythm. Everything's off the bounce, off rhythm, or it's a kick out. He has not forced one shot all night long. It is just incredible. And you just look at Coach Webb on the sideline for Jefferson. Is like, the dude's killing us. You got to stay on him.
30-point lead for the Bobcats. Basically, Kyle Smith is the lead right now. 3 to answer on the far side wing is knocked down by Danovius Johnson. And that'll be his first bucket of the night. Bobcats in the front court with Gersma. Kind of directing the offense. Talon Halstead is checked in on the last dead ball. Kyle Smith will get a breather. Much deserved.
Yes.
Segovia, far side corner, drops it to Talon Halstead, but the pass is off the mark. Faulkner intercepts, outlets it up the floor. They'll run the floor well right there. That's a good run out. Lane Willman finishes on the right side of the glass for two with 38 seconds to go here in this third quarter. A 5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
One thing I'll say, you can tell a lot about the character of the kid as the Cats turn it over.
Gersma has it tipped away. They'll take it all the way in. Gersma blocks the shot of Willman as he hits the deck. I don't believe a foul's called here, so 21 seconds to go in the third.
You can tell a lot about the character of the kid and the quality of the coach by how hard they play. And Jefferson, the talent level will get continually better, but they've played at a high level every single play here tonight. That's a testament to that coaching staff and the quality of the kids on that roster.
Gersma tips away a pass by Cy Juma. He was looking to go back to Jaden Faulkner, far side. As Gersma with a couple of nice defensive plays here tonight, including that one right there on our Tyler Prashong State Farm replay. Juma baseline drive, kicks it out, a little drive in towards the left block, and it's good by Lane Willman as he knocks this one down from 13 foot out in the near side. And the Bobcats get it up the court. No shot gotten off. 46-23 is our count as we head to the fourth quarter. Bobcats looking for their 8th victory of the season at home inside the Roundhouse right here on KFJB-TV.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Welcome back to the Roundhouse. Brady Lewis, Dylan Dose alongside me tonight. 46-23 is our score as the Bobcats put up 16 points in that fourth quarter. 15 for the Jayhawks, so they make a little bit of a comeback right there. But not making a comeback in the game as they did not score a bucket, outscored 15-0 in the second quarter. So it is 46-23 as we head to the final 8 minutes of our game as the Bobcats will open up the quarter with the basketball.
And one of the things, without Kyle Smith, you saw it more on the defensive side. It felt like the energy dropped a little bit and a little bit of just the efficiency of being where you need to be.
Ishek, left wing, over to Gersma, right wing. Looking inside, but nothing there. Now skip pass over to Segovia. It's picked off up court. They're going to work it to Faulkner. And now a late pass down to left block. Jumper is no good by Earp, and the ball still rolling around out to the left wing. They'll get it back. Wide open Faulkner. They leave him unguarded for the three, and he knocks it down. He had a three earlier in the night back in the first quarter. His first bucket since then as he has 8.
Yeah, and just a really poor pass on this end of the court by Drake Gersma leads to another bucket and another poor pass.
Yeah, Mishek with a pass to Niehaus. A bounce pass is taken away by Faulkner. He'll take it all the way, but nobody boxes out, and an easy rebound. And they'll get a baseline jumper in return, and it is no good. And it's last touch by the man who shot it, Ian Earp. His baseline jumper went right back to him, but he lost it out of bounds. Bobcat basketball with under 7 to go, fourth quarter.
As you see Kyle Smith quickly getting up off the bench, but that 3 minutes without him was the worst stretch for the Cats so far tonight. Need better play from that backcourt with Kyle Smith on the bench.
It's a team not turning over a whole lot lately. They only had 7 turnovers on Thursday night against Ames. When's the last time that happened?
Yeah, that's crazy because that's where Ames has built a career off of. They're incredible on the perimeter defensively.
And the Bobcats with 15 seconds on the shot clock. They'll see Mike Apple take a timeout. 46-26, 6:31 fourth quarter. Cats lead on KFJB-TV.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Kyle Smith and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
20-point lead for the Bobcats. It was at 30 just a short time ago, but the Jayhawks have gone on a 10-0 run. Kyle Smith back into the contest, and they'll drop it inside. Jacob Hayes, backdoor cut down to the right block. It's good off the glass for Jacob Hayes, as he has 5 points in the basketball game here tonight. 48-26, Cats lead up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard with 6:10 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Bobcats looking to pick up their 8th victory of the season. Kyle Smith blocked shot inside. Going up with it was Fikert, but he couldn't shoot over Kyle Smith. And here comes Kyle Smith up the near side over the Bobcats script. Right wing gets it back to Gersmil. They'll set up the offense.
He had Rivera on skates. It looks like whenever Kyle wants to go up with a shot, he's going to be able to get one.
Kyle Smith for his 8-3. Drains it from the left wing. Kyle Smith, 32 points.
We're watching history. It's close, man. He's got 8 threes. I believe that ties his career high for made in a game.
Locked in, to say the least.
Locked in, great looks.
Nothing's forced, and that's the biggest thing that is like the biggest hope for it all is that, you know, the ball movement has been exceptional here tonight, especially when he's been in the basketball game.
And you just saw Rivera commit a cardinal sin. He went under a pick on Kyle Smith. A guy who hits 7 threes, that's going to be pointed out in film, is you cannot go under a screen.
And there he knocked down his 8th three of the night for those 32 points. Garcia kicks it back out to Faulkner, top of the key. They've got 20 seconds on the shot clock. NBA 3 for Faulkner. He's going to run it out left side as Kyle Smith. Not only can he score it, he can rebound it. One of the best in the state of Iowa.
He averages a double-double every night. You don't see a lot of guys do that who make that many threes.
Segovia with a good find to Niehaus, but he misses the bunny, and then after he missed it and didn't gather in the rebound, Christian Rivera beat him out for that. Niehaus will pick up his second foul as he fouled after the rebound was brought in. So 4:46 to go, fourth quarter, 51-26 Cats.
You talk about it's an old adage, don't turn one mistake into two, and Jamison did that right there, picking up the foul there.
Handoff to Earp, left wing, picked up by Kyle Smith, and he has it knocked away by Schoenfelder, who helped out defensively with Kyle Smith right there, and knocks it right into the Jayhawk bench. So Faulkner will be the man to inbound, right by first-year head coach Royshawn Webb. Of course, played at Iowa Central and Mount Mercy. 2017 grad from Cedar Rapids, Jefferson, only 26 years old. 3, left wing. Down it will go this time for Ian Earp. And Earp will knock in his first bucket of the night, 51-29, 4 minutes to go.
And they still extend that trap. They're going to pressure that perimeter.
Ball over to Hayes, near side corner. Had to fight through it to get the basketball back. Back to the top of the key to Segovia. Segovia drives to the right wing, switches places with Schoenfelder. Kyle Smith drives the free throw line. Kicks Schoenfelder wide open. Oh, come on, take that. Now a baseline jumper, and he knocks it down. There's maybe some of that confidence coming here. Schoenfelder, couple buckets tonight. He has 4, 53-29.
And this is a great time of the game to find him. Get him a little bit of confidence.
3, far side corner, no good, but an offensive rebound brought in by Fikert. And a 3 from the left wing this time is no good by Ian Earp. And guess who? Kyle Smith with the rebound.
I feel like you've said that name a couple times here tonight.
Smith, top of the key, losing the basketball as he's got Jayhawks all over him. Schoenfelder dumps it into Niehaus. Now back out to Segovia. Drives in, bounce pass to Niehaus. And this time he finishes inside and draws a foul.
first bucket of the night for Jamison Niehaus. It's good, and he's going to the line for the and one. It's 55-29 Bobcats as we take a look at the Tyler Prashant State Farm replay. Segovia with the great dime right there.
Yeah, and you look at Jamison Niehaus, he's built like a brick house and able to put it up and in. And that's going to be all for Kyle Smith. Those 8 threes will be all she wrote here tonight as we see wholesale changes for the Bobcats. But just to look a little bit at Kyle's impact, it was 46-16 when he went out of the game. Came back in, it was as Jamison misses it.
Schoenfelder with the rebound on the missed free throw. And now Segovia, his third three of the night. Boy, when it goes here tonight in the Roundhouse. And Segovia, the freshman, with 11 points. 58-29 Cats with 3:04 to go.
And when Kyle came back in, they jumped that lead again. He's just so important even when he's not making shots.
A three from the right wing is no good, as Lane Willman tried his luck at it, and a good rebound for the Bobcats. Just checking in, Oliver Young hauls that one in. Mishek, right wing, hesitates, drives from the right wing down to the right block, kicks it out. Niehaus fakes the three. Now he'll drive down the right side of the paint. Good spin move inside, off the glass, a little too strong, and the rebound by Cy Juma underneath the hoop. Kicks it out, up court, but too high and too hot to handle for Ty Kinnan. And it's a turnover on the Jayhawks. Back to the Cats with 2:27 to go, fourth quarter.
As we get a Tady and Halstead signing as Jamison and Segovia come out. One thing as you look at Jamison, as he plays his way back into game shape and everything, he is built so strong, so explosive of an athlete. He's going to come up in the post, even though he's not tall, add a lot of post power for us.
Schoenfelder drives, a late kick to Talon Halstead, right block, finishes way too strong, and it's out of the baseline. And did they say that Steven Garcia touched that last? It did. It will stick with the Bobcats. Baseline left side with 2:10 to go in the game. Tady will be the trigger man on the left side. And he'll look to inbound it here and get it up to Mishek outside the left wing. Talon Halstead top of the key with the basketball. Looking for somebody cutting. It's Schoenfelder, but it's picked off. The pass a little bit too late. And it's going the other way. And Garcia takes it in, now kicks it. Near side corner three by Johnson is no good. Inside an offensive rebound. Cy Juma, he's always ready to shoot. The three from straight on is no good. And now a tie-up inside between Ty Kinnan and Talon Halstead. And I believe this one's going to be on... Well, it is a jump ball. All right, so possession arrow with the Jayhawks. It'll stay right here. And there you have it, into the game. His mustache and Hunter Force.
I will tell you, I heard your call the other night, and I was belly laughing. I was like, this is the greatest call I've ever heard in my life.
So Hunter Forrest is into the game, and Tyler Dorothy getting off the bench as you hear the student section with a little noise. Well, three from straight on. It's going to be an air ball on the Jayhawks. They'll throw it back in, but they stepped out of bounds. It goes off the bottom of the backboard as well. Tyler Dorothy in the game, as well as Aiden Holmgren. We'll see him check into the game. Minute 32 to go. 58-29. This one all but decided. Here tonight inside the Roundhouse, Cats are going to go to 8-3 as they take on Des Moines North coming up tomorrow night on the road, and then a big contest on Friday night against 8th-ranked Des Moines Roosevelt right here inside the Roundhouse. Need this place packed on Friday night. Tady, left wing in the front court, hands off. Hunter Force calls for Dorothy to come get it at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Aiden Holmgren gets it for a second. Now to Hunter Force. Around the perimeter, the Bobcats will go. Shot clock winded down. Force loses the basketball on the floor. He'll kick it out. Got to get something off. Aiden Holmgren, three, right wing is no good.
And if you've come out to see any JV games, Aiden Holmgren's done some nice things at the JV level, though we haven't seen him much. he may end up being a player here at the varsity level over the next couple years as he kind of learns the ropes here his sophomore year.
Danovius Johnson knifes in and scores it. 58-31. And so this number 2 defense in the state of Iowa, with backups getting a lot of good playing time here tonight. Hunter Forrest puts one up from the left wing. The 3 is no good. Jayhawks go down to the floor and get the rebound. Almost some travel there, but no call. Runner in the paint is no good for the Jayhawks, as Willman wasn't able to knock it down. 10 seconds to go, and Garatati looks like he's going to hold on to it and wind this final down. 58-31. Bobcats will find the win cam, and they'll find win number 8 behind head coach Mike Apple in his 8th season. This defense came in 39.8 points per game, second best in 4A, and they hold the Jayhawks scoreless in the second and limit them to only 31 points here tonight.
Yeah, that first half, after a couple quick buckets by Faulkner, that Marshalltown defense just locked down. And then you got Kyle Smith rolling. You got people going. It got out of hand quickly. In that third quarter, Cats were a little bit sloppy, and that can happen when you're up 20, 30 points. It's hard to keep that same level of intensity and intentionality. But I think Coach Apple, 99% of that stuff, they're going to look on the film and be like, this is awesome. Here we get a little Kyle Smith action, 32 points tonight. But there will also be just enough on that film that you can coach him up to get better as well.
There you go. Tyler Dorothy, Jacob Hayes.
They found the W's.
They found a little a routine there. Yep. They've been practicing that one. Getting their 8th win of the season. Bobcats roll the Jayhawks 58-31. Post-game show coming up when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit visionsource-marshalltowneyecare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
Good call tonight, man. You too? You think what I'm thinking? Let's go to Legends for a Bobcat burger.
Hi, guys. What are we hungry for today?
I think we're going to do 2 Bobcat burgers. Whether it's pre-game or post-game.
Or during the game, it's Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
Looking for a financial partner that puts you first? At Lennox Employees Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're part of your team. From low-interest loans and great savings rates to personalized service you can trust, we're here to help you reach your goals. Join the credit union that understands what matters most, because we're built by employees for employees. Stop by Lennox Employees Credit Union today at 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, or visit lennoxecu.com to get started. Lennox Employees Credit Union, where your success is our mission. Member NCUA.
KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, powered by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome into the Locker Room Report. Brandon Lewis with you inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. 58-31, the final, as the Cats, with their second best defense in the state, will lower their number even more and might slide into the number 1 position because Indianola and Ames are going at it here tonight. But the Bobcats behind Kyle Smith. He made 8 threes tonight. A special night for Kyle Smith, en route to 32 points to lead the Bobcats in scoring. Damian Segovia knocked down 3 threes tonight. He finishes with 11 points for the Bobcats. Jamison Niehaus with 2, Drake Gersma with 4, 4 for Lars Schoenfelder, 5 for Jacob Hayes, who led the Bobcats in scoring coming into the night. But really, it was Kyle Smith doing a lot of the work from the perimeter, just unable to guard him tonight with the Jayhawks as the Bobcats roll. Again, 58-31, the final score here tonight. Jaden Faulkner leads the Jayhawks with 8 points tonight. Lane Willman had 4, 3 for Zach Thielman, 4 for Ryan Fikert, as well as 5 off the bench for Caden Wilson for the Jefferson Jayhawks. Damian Segovia with a good night for the freshman, 11 points, a couple of good drives, and a couple of really big threes as well tonight for the Bobcats, as again they win it. The final score 58-31. They've got Des Moines North on the road coming up tomorrow night, and then 8th-ranked Roosevelt right back inside the Roundhouse coming up on Friday night. That will be a pivotal game. We hope to see this Roundhouse packed as a big matchup in the Iowa Alliance Conference coming up Friday. And things do not get any easier for the Cedar Rapids Jefferson Jayhawks. They take on number 1 Cedar Falls at Cedar Falls tomorrow night, as they are currently on an 8-game losing streak, dropping to 0-8 on the season. We continue with the locker room report inside the Roundhouse when we come back right here on KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Ready for a 4-year degree, but not ready for the cost? Start smart at Marshalltown Community College. Get the first half of your 4-year education in just 2 years and save thousands. Our flexible programs allow you to seamlessly transfer to a university as a junior. You get a high-quality education with smaller class sizes and the faculty attention you deserve. It's a smart start to your bachelor's degree. Spring classes start January 20th. Enroll today. Visit MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Sandvik Enterprises of Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks. Members First Community Credit Union. Financially empowering Central Iowa. And Sports Plus. SportsPlusTherapy.com.
Well, coming up tomorrow, we will name our Athletes of the Week, all presented by Opa Grill of Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites. All you have to say is Opa, as well as Adlin Engraving and Screen Print, as they award a $25 gift certificate to Opa and Adlin Engraving and Screen Print with a customized Athlete of the Week t-shirt and tumbler. Be on the lookout on Twitter. Artist formerly known as Twitter, but now X, right, Dave? Yeah, the producer gets us right on that, as well as Facebook will announce that, and on our YouTube channel. Coming up, we will get a scoreboard update, final one of the night, and our postgame chat with Mike Apple when we come back. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Opa Grill in Marshalltown, every meal is a reason to celebrate. Opa means celebrate, and that's exactly what you'll do with every bite. From Greek gyros and lasagna to Italian pastas, juicy burgers, hand-breaded tenderloins, and vegetarian options. There's something for everyone. Enjoy homemade soups, fresh salads, and tremendous desserts you won't forget. Opa Grill, where flavors come together and celebrations begin. Open 11 to 8 Monday through Friday and 11 to 3 Saturday. Opa Grill, come celebrate great food.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, powered by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
And we're in. Dylan Doe here with Coach Michael Apple with the 8-3 Marshalltown Bobcats, 58-31, and definitely digging into tonight. You know how the coach brain works, of course, is a lot of good things to work on, but I'd love to start with number 10. It's easy. We've talked about Kyle. He has that same amount of effort. If he's shooting the ball, not shooting the ball, scoring it, not scoring it. Tonight, he was doing it all, but 8 threes, 32 points, single-handedly outscored Cedar Rapids Jefferson on his own. What can you say about the senior guard?
Well, he got it going, obviously, early, and our guys did a great job of finding him, and he was able to get free tonight, and if you leave him open, that's typically what's going to happen. So, you know, I can't say it really surprises me based on just kind of how they're guarding him and letting him get open that way, and you know, credits to his teammates for finding him, and you know, he got hot, and when that happens, he's pretty hard to slow down.
Yeah, number 8 went in as his 8-3 went in as they went underneath a screen. And I know as a coach that has to drive you crazy from the Cedar Rapids side, but they played incredibly hard. That's the one thing. They pressured the perimeter a lot, and at points the Cats were sloppy with perimeter passing. How do you balance a really great win here tonight, but also saying, this may be the biggest week of our year. We've got 3 big ones that we need to knock down. How do you coach them up for tomorrow night against North?
Yeah, I just, first and foremost, I'm proud. I just said, you know, we mission accomplished here. We got the job done. You know, I thought we played hard pretty consistently there. The last 12 to 13 minutes weren't great, to be honest. Just a lot of sloppy turnovers. Got to take care of the ball a little better and stop the ball in transition at times, which some of those have to do with turnovers, obviously, but you know, we were very solid. You know, that second quarter, I don't think he scored a point. So, I mean, there was a lot of good things, obviously. But I think the one kind of thing we talked about there after the game is we have to take care of the ball better. You know, you play a team like Ames, who's elite defensively, only turned it over 7 times. And then you go in tonight and you have, you know, I haven't looked at our stats yet, but I would guess 12 to 13 turnovers, which you know, we're a lot better than that.
And you talk about where this team is right now, 11 games in, kind of right in the thick of things, where it just gets harder as you move forward. You look at yourself defensively, offensively. Do you like where you are at this point in the season? And then looking forward, what's a way that you can step it forward to be ready this week to take down North and look at Roosevelt as well?
You know, I think we got to have a lot of toughness here. Number one, you know, playing back-to-back nights against a team like Des Moines North that plays extremely fast, that is very athletic, that's going to go up and down. We got to be prepared and be ready to guard. Number one, the drive, get our defense set in transition, and they got 2 really guys that can really get after it and score it. I mean, so we got to be prepared and be ready to move our feet, and they'll kind of score it from anywhere on the floor. So those. Just understanding, you know, we got the job done tonight, but we can't be satisfied. There's things we need to try and focus on and improve for tomorrow night.
All righty, you heard it from the man himself. Des Moines North tomorrow night, tall task. I think the Cats will be up for it. Again, we got to talk 3 times this week in postgame, so we'll be sick of each other by Friday night. But Bobcats with another big win. Back to you, Brandon.
All right, thanks, Dylan. Time for a scoreboard update, all presented by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames State Center and in West Des Moines. Thanks to Jeff Brooks, our radio producer, feeding us the scores here tonight. East Marshall leading 71-21 over BCLUW with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Blowout there. Indianola right now heading to the fourth quarter with a lead on 5th-ranked Ames 28-25. North Tama leading AGWSR 18-17. South Hardin leading Iowa Falls Alden 54-30, as that one is in the fourth. And a final earlier tonight, West Marshall fell to Carlisle 62-37. That is a scoreboard update for the final time tonight inside the Roundhouse. We take a timeout on the Locker Room Report on KFJB-TV.
Some say life is like a road trip. Is it a coincidence Scooter's Coffee is a drive-thru? We don't think so. Whether you need a coffee while you enjoy the view, to just get you through the long stretch, or to refuel between stops, Scooter's Coffee is there, brewing up delicious coffee, espresso blenders, smoothies, iced drinks, and more, with the convenience of a drive-thru so you can stay on the road and enjoy the ride. So go ahead, scoot on around. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast. Scooters in Marshalltown.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by State Farm, Tyler Pichong Agency, mtownproud.com, Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. Van Wyck Wood Builders, storage sheds, garages, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you pursue your financial goals.
Back inside the Roundhouse, I'm Brandon Lewis. He's Dylan Doze. Bobcats win by 27 tonight against the Jefferson Jayhawks. Jayhawks dropped to 0-8. Bobcats now 8-3 as they take on the North Polar Bears tomorrow night. Dylan, you look at North, they lost by 4 to Des Moines East. They've hung in a few games here this year as well. They dominated Des Moines Hoover. They beat Mason City by 1. They kept it tight with Des Moines Lincoln. This is a team, like Coach alluded to, tomorrow night. You're playing back-to-back nights. They always, when they're in the gym, they're open.
Yeah.
And they love to get up and down the floor quickly in transition and get those buckets. So it's going to be one where, you're going to have to be like tonight. They were on top of their game. I thought their approach, their focus was spot on here tonight. And that's kind of what we've seen. This has been a very consistent team. But how do you keep that going here tomorrow night on the road?
Well, I think Coach said it in the postgame. It is, you don't want to allow that fast break transition. There's different types of turnovers. A lot of the turnovers for the Cats tonight were in motion turnovers where they're getting it out and turning it the other way. You can't have that against North because, like you said, North's going to shoot a three. I've met a North team that can't hit threes, that isn't going to play at a fast pace. I haven't met a
North team that's not shot a three either.
Yeah, they are not shy. They will shoot it. On paper, I think it's a Bobcat win. But guess what? The game isn't played on paper. Anything can happen. And playing down at North is not an easy place to play. Playing in front of that
rowdy
crowd.
down
yeah.
there.
The North Polar Bear alumni.
The band
stuff,
sits in the roof almost, and it makes it 10 times louder than you think it should be.
Yeah, they have all of those things, and you've got to be put together enough to go win on a road, because here's the thing, the Iowa Alliance is still out there for the Cats. You get Ames another time, but these are some games that you have got to win, and beyond that, you're looking for seeding when you go into regional. You want to make sure you're on the right side of brackets and stuff, so you have to get all these wins. There are no gimmies out there, and you can't just go out there and think you're going to walk on the court and win.
That is for sure. And when we come back, we'll wrap things up. Bobcats on the road tomorrow night. We'll start our coverage at 7. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're listening to News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and watching right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
When you're craving something quick, tasty, and satisfying, think your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. From hot made-to-order favorites like burgers, chicken strips, and fries to the Dairy Queen classics you love, blizzards, cones, sundaes, and shakes. Be sure to check out the monthly featured treats and limited-time favorites, always giving you something new to try. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a sweet treat, just because. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens has you covered. 2 convenient locations, South Center Street and North 3rd Avenue in Marshalltown, where happy tastes good every day.
Tired of just looking for a job? Find a career you'll love. Marshalltown Community College is enrolling now for spring classes. Your future starts here. We offer hands-on career training leading directly to in-demand jobs, from technical skills to healthcare. Our expert faculty and advisors help you find your path. We have flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs you can complete entirely online. Stop waiting. Invest in your future today. Spring classes start January 20th. Enroll now. Visit MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside, right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders. Just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at VanWyckWoodBuilders.com.
I'm Jamison Niehaus. This is your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Transportation for today's game on KFJB-TV provided by Carl Auto Group of Marshalltown. Carl is your dealer for life. Our upcoming broadcast schedule tomorrow night, we're on the road at Des Moines North as bonus coverage of the girls' game starts at 7 o'clock as the girls will try to pick up their 8th win of the season on the road as the boys go for number 9 against the 3 and 7 Des Moines, or 3 and 6 Des Moines North Polar Bears again tomorrow night. Girls, boys, doubleheader coverage starting at 7 o'clock. Bobcat Live this Thursday night at 6 p.m. Hope to have you along in the dining room. And then doubleheader, 6 o'clock to start on Friday night. Des Moines Roosevelt, a big night of basketball. 8th ranked in the boys' game as the Bobcats will look to knock off a ranked opponent inside the Roundhouse. Hope to have you along for that one here on KFJB-TV or inside the Roundhouse. We'd love to see this place packed come Friday night. Thanks so much to our KFJB-TV crew back at the radio studios tonight. Jeff Brooks, our on-site producer, David Braga, Elijah Bond, and our very own Keith Stewart here tonight. Yeah, always the consummate professional looking over his lens, making sure things look okay here tonight. Our very own Keith Stewart. As I'm Brandon Lewis for Dylan Doze. You've been watching Marshalltown Bobcat basketball. 8 threes for Kyle Smith tonight. 32 to lead the Cats to a 27-point victory. 58-31 over the Jayhawks of Cedar Rapids Jefferson. This is Bobcat Basketball. You've been listening right here on News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and watching on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company. Assured Partners. Brown's Shoe Fit. Central State Bank. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. Eye Care Associates. Hy-Vee Marshalltown. Legends American Grill. Lennox Employees Credit Union. Marshalltown Area Chamber. Marshalltown Community College. Marshalltown School District. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Sandvik Enterprises. Scooters. Marshalltown. Sports Plus. State Farm. Tyler Pashong Agency. Wayward Social. Wells Fargo Advisors. Members First Community Credit Union. Van Wyck Wood Builders.